getting a diagnosis. I mean, you're going to have to judge for yourself. I have to judge for myself whether I think the symptoms are cancer. I have never heard of anything being benign and going through or having all the symptoms I had, but maybe it's possible. Still, it was a pretty bad problem, whatever it was. And now Dr. Clark, if you read her book, she has very detailed information on cancer. She's a real research scientist. She really documents her work. She has all of these records. Her books are amazing. I mean, a lot of times when I'm traveling for work or something, I will, I read every single case study in her book on curing cancer. The way she documents things is it's just like a real scientist would do. And she does use her synchrometer a lot, which is the device that detects things with radio waves, what you have in you based on radio waves and not on a microscope. And she will go as far as telling people, you have to get your kid out of this classroom where there's asbestos. He's not going to get better. And sure enough, the kid doesn't get better until they do. Or, I'm detecting beryllium. That's usually, for some reason, it comes out of coal oil, but for some reason it seems to be contaminating gasoline at times. You have to get that furnace out of your garage. And the guy refuses and he dies. Or, things like this where she finds contaminants that are known carcinogens and people have to get them out of their lives. Now, I didn't go through all that. I guess if I hadn't progressed and I kept trying things and something didn't work for me, I might have gone to that. But at the same time, that's a lot of work to go through. And if I found something that worked in the interim, I would have rather gone a different route, which I did. So, I mean, all these doctors have different protocols. I mean, Lorraine Day would have had me being totally raw foods vegan, which I was very close to that. Different doctors would have had, some doctors believe in ozone therapy for cancer. I mean, there's all kinds of things out there that doctors use. These doctors with good reputations use. I think Dr. Kelly, a big cancer doctor in the United States, was helping people build up their immune system. All kinds of things are going on, and actually that's what the no-fat cottage cheese and flaxseed oil was doing, was basically helping me build up my immune system, because the immune system is one of the things that omega-3 helps a lot. So everybody has their own protocols. I just took a bunch of pieces from different protocols, and if anything were to be called a Pam Rotella protocol of cancer, it would be throw everything you can at it until something works. Because, I may have gone into this in better shape than some, because I had been a vegan for years. I had, until around that time, I mean, I was all stressed out. I'd just gotten over accidents from a car, or just gotten over car accident injuries. So I wasn't doing that well then. My diet was very poor, but in years prior to that, my diet was very good. I'd eaten a lot of organic food. I'd supplemented heavily. I'd done a lot of things right. I'd lived quite a healthy lifestyle until then. So I just basically let that lapse for a while, thinking, I was busy in my life with all these other things, and I got really sick. So I'm not saying that this protocol would work for everybody. It may have been that I was in better shape than some people, and it might not work for everyone. But, at the same time, it did work for me. And, I'd do it again if I had a situation like that again. I mean, I'd probably put, at minimum, the no-fat cottage cheese and flaxseed oil together. I'd use the zapper a lot. I'd probably supplement at least somewhat, switch to a healthier diet again, all that. I try to be conscious about not letting myself slide into an unhealthy diet again, though. That was a big lesson in my life. So, as far as I'm concerned, the cancer protocol here is, design your own and put as much in there as you can that helps, and minimize the side effects or negative effects. Again, everyone has to decide what's right for them. This happened to be right for me, and if it can help folks, with designing their own, that's fantastic. And I hope that's what we're accomplishing here today, is to just give some people some ideas of what may work, and then they can go from there and put their own program together. You do have to do your own research on the zapper, and just be careful of whose advice you trust. Well, medical establishment has been attacking Hulda Clark for years. She's basically a competitor of theirs. And, there hasn't been a lot of hardcore research on the zapper, just like everything else in alternative medicine. I mean, there is a lot of research on herbs and supplements. Some in major medical journals has just been forgotten about over the years. Others, like Germany's Commission E, has a lot of good research on herbs, but in this country, whatever research there is basically ignored, because doctors really aren't trained in how to use it, at least not mainstream medical doctors. Naturopaths and others in alternative medicine are really good at that kind of thing. But the zapper itself really hasn't been used much in experimental medicine in this country because, the medical establishment cracks down on doctors who do things like that bring the competition into the field. So, a lot of it you have to get from Hulda Clark's book, some on people who've tried it, whether or not they've liked it. I wouldn't trust anything from mainstream medicine, though. There just isn't much there that's anything other than strong opinions. Otherwise, it's late at night here in Fredericksburg. I do have to get to work tomorrow. So that's all for now. I'll probably put another video out on the zapper sometime, hopefully in the near future. But for now, hopefully, let's just hope that you're in good health, and if not, that you will be soon.